Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do a podcast with Saprtsihi Roy, my good friend, in the topic student motivation for maths and physics. Welcome, Saprtsihi. I will start with the quote: "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible." Hepburn. Welcome.
Good morning to one and all present here. I'm Saprtsihi Roy, collaborating with Pranjal on student motivation for maths and physics. As we know, physics is just colored mathematics. To solve any problem in physics, maths, or any problem in life, we must have three things: motivation, passion, and thinking capabilities. When combine these three with the meaningful learning experiences, we can unlock a world of academic success, unlocking challenges, and a lot more.
So our teacher is Samir sir. We
ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः।
The translation is: we offer our obeisances to Samir sir, who it's not directly Samir sir. It's my guru, but I changed it to Samir sir, who has opened my eyes, which were blinded by the contact of ignorance, uh, cat- cataract of ignorance, with the collyrium of knowledge.
Next. So, as we know, Sanskrit is our mother language in India. So, we are combining, putting Sanskrit as a ocean of knowledge. Next,
Now, Saprishi.
Im- importance of patience. So, as we know, to do anything, we must have patience. If we lose our temper so easily, what will happen is that we will most of the time lose control, be angry, and we are when we are angry, we often destroy things rather than building. So, how to like build up patience? First, mastering concepts. We must like master our concepts for deep understanding in anything: maths, physics, chemistry, from basic arithmetic to advanced calculus and any problem. Second is developing skill. We must have skill for mastering concept. We should also be developing skills with that. Consistent practice hones problem solving abilities, which means that when we do practice, we also improve our problem solving abilities, which is indirectly developing our skills. So, this allows us to tackle increasingly concept challenges and problems in our life. Third, we should build fluency. Fluency in maths and physics, not only in maths and physics. This podcast is like focused on maths and physics, but it is going
For every subject,
yes, it is going from life
to
to
sports.
any subject to maths and physics to sports even. Even in sports, we must have concept of how the sports is played, skills. We should have skills for the sports and also fluency. We should have like fluent playing style or fluent solving style. Next slide.
The role of experience, hands-on learning. So far, to build now, Saprisitam.
So the role of experience, hands-on learning. So we should be like learning is like one of the most important things for doing anything. As we know, Stephen Hawkins said a line: "There is never an ending for learning." So, engaging in lab experiments, simulation, and real-world application helps students cement their understanding of scientific concepts. What this generally means that we should be not only like learning from like books knowledge is just too much. Like, what will we become? Robots. But we are humans, so for that, we must have like experiment with things. We should not accept whatever it is written in book. Let me try that out. So we should be doing experiments, simulation, and I have learned something. But if I can't be applying it into the real world, is there any learning to it? No. So we should also be applying it into the real world. Second is problem solving strategies.
I'll
So
get now. The more
okay.
diverse problems students encounter, the better they develop their ability to approach and solve complex challenges. So I'll explain this. Like how we saw in the last podcast, that how little problems are um, like how you should do more diverse problem, not only do number theory or geometry, or just NLM. You should do every type of problem, whether it be easy or hard. And then from those, if you get a complex problem, what are complex problem? They use all concepts and make them, because concepts are same. If you just do from grade 11 to grade 11, grade 12, and even in university, the concepts are almost same. They're just more complex. The challenges, the questions are more complex. They have taken from every topic. That's why you should do more diverse problems. And also you should develop intuition. You should get, if after experience, like how we said, you should spend days on days, and if you don't make it, you should use the solution. So and you should learn the solution. After learning the solution, you should use it in another problem. This is what it basically means, aiding their decision making process.
That's how intuition will develop.
That's how intuition. So I'll give you a quote. When life gives you 100 reasons to break down and cry, show life that you have a million reasons to smile and laugh. Stay strong. Don't ever feel like you should jump outside the window.
That is a powerful quote. So next is strategies for cultivating motivation. So there is, we can say, 50% of the world, not only students, not only toddlers, not only adults, I'm talking about everyone. 50% of the world, the most common disease is anxiety and depression. So for specifically the students, it is very important to build a motivation. Like, why should I be doing this? What is the motivation behind this? So we must build a motivation. As we know, many students feel like giving up and I can't do this. It's too tough for me. They are like feeling pain inside them. Like, if I can't do this, what will happen? If there is like one, so strategies for cultivating motivation is like, first of all, I would like to say, pain is the flavor of life. World without, like, if you are a man or anyone, if you're a man, woman, girl, child, anyone, you should feel pain. At least there should be like, pain is the flavor of life, and if you try to change it, you will just not succeed. So there is like this famous quote: "There is no sunshine without rain. There is nothing without pain." So first we come to connecting real to the real world applications. So we must
I
be connecting to the real world
know.
applications. Good.
Connecting to real world application. So I'll give you an example. So my dad, he was not from a rich family. He was actually from a very poor family. So he didn't get time to. He had it to like how go on to and do business in to get money for his family. So he needed to do like area business, land business, soil business, wheat business, everything. So there he used to find like how to find the area of a rectangle and the volume, and make sure and find out that is he cheating me or not cheating me. Because when he was very young, because there in our type because people, in the real world everyone cheats you. So and then he used to find out, and in physics also he used to see how to so he used to see how does how Newton laws of motion in everything he used to see. So and then for fostering a growth mindset.
So fostering a growth mindset, like
So
fostering a growth.
there is an example that like one carpenter came, and so he went and gave how much, like my father asked how much wood will it plywood to be to cover the house. So he gave very large estimate. So then my father knew the maths, so he found out it was very large. Then he was like, okay, I did a wrong calculation. And also don't get your units wrong, because that also, like, how did you hear of the story that NASA got the orbits, like how NASA he there was like a 2 billion project in going to Mars, the Mars orbiter project, but because of the units wrong, because of American and British system, he made it go way off track, and it crashed in the earth. Carry on, Saprtsihi.
So third is collaborative learning. So let me tell you, strong work comes when we collaborate in team. Teamwork is teamwork. Like if we are a team, for example, four people, and we have to make a cube. So what will we do is like four people will put our work together to form a very good cube. We will put our instincts. One has different instincts, one has different innovative ideas, one has different creativity. So we'll put all of them together for a strong cube. Whereas if I do it by myself, I am making it myself, which will take even more time and which will not be diverse. So working in team, this will help to solve
I'll
problems faster.
I'll give my explanation of fostering a growth mindset. So many students I've seen, they get one question wrong and they start slapping themselves and do stuff, and then they say I want to go and die. That is definitely not a growth mindset. You should see the mistake and say that the mistake happened. It won't be again. There is even a quote on this. Don't worry about failure, you have to be only right once. So don't worry if you get it wrong, if you fail in an exam, if you I don't know, there is a you go to for IGSO first attempt or IMO, and you don't go even into RMO. There is always next attempt. And in collaborative learning, uh, carry on.
Yes, so collaborative learning. So working in teams. So for example, if you have to bring make a cube and we are consisting of eight people and we have to make a, for example, two by two by two cube. So what we have to do is eight people put one cube each, one small cube, one by one cube into it with different diversity, mindset, innovation, creativity to make a strong and beautiful cube. Whereas, for example, if I do it single-handedly, I will be able to do it. It will take more time and it will be less diversified, which will definitely make it look a bit less creative and it will not be as beautiful as with team. So we can see here working with teams to solve problems and supporting one another can create a
How I'm
bridge, a
doing with
strong bridge.
uh, how I did the podcast, that is collaborative learning. We are learning how to speak here. We're learning how to uh, motivate each other. And I'll say it for celebrating incremental progress. Even if you get it in the smallest of Olympiads, even if you get a bronze medal or silver medal, you should go and celebrate it. You should make it. Otherwise, you will be so negative that even if you get out, I don't know, you become you become the chief of a science community or something. You will still be sad. That why didn't I become the master or something? So you should always be positive and do small victories. Even in a small victory, not like you go to the movies every day after a small victory. Just be happy that I got something.
Yes, so I would like to add to this point that so I would like to say I would like to add on Pranjal that even if like we get like small victories, for example, you got a silver medal in SOF Olympiad, that is like considerably small Olympiad. So but if you like think that, oh, I got silver medal, I'm so good, let me tell one thing. Nobody is perfect. And if you got a silver medal in SF Olympiad, there is some other random student who's getting a silver in NSCJS or IGSO. He's far ahead than you. So even if you got a silver medal, you'd be thinking, okay, good. I have progressed into this much. Now, if I have got a silver medal, can I get to gold of SOL? And if I can get to gold, can I get to bronze of another bigger Olympiad? And like keep progressing. Don't stop and keep motivated. Even if you lose, it's like failure is like are the pillars of success. If you say one success, it is built on like, for example, 30 pillars of failures. So next slide.
Coming challenges in maths and physics. There is four. Fourth one, persistent, seeking help, adapting strategies, and overcoming anxiety. Saprtsihi will explain them all in deep. And
Yes, so there, so continuing on, overcoming challenges in maths and physics. So there are four key points on this: persistence, seeking help, adapting strategies, and overcoming anxiety. So persistence. Persistence plays a main role in our this overcoming the problems in maths and physics. So what is actually persistence means is that, like, I don't want to give up. You have to continue. You can't give up. If you are going on, if you feel like giving up, you're just wasting time. And in that time, other people are getting ahead of you. So if you keep procrastination within yourself, just remember there are a few people who were much below you, and because of your procrastination they are getting up above you, and there are some people who don't want to take rest, and you will just be out of the this title race. So second is seeking help. You feel depressed. I'm depressed, this that you don't consult to a psychiatrist or anyone else. You'll stay depressed. This will not help you, but rather make you even sicker mentally and physically, and drastically put down your goal. Like if you have a high goal, it will like reduce to a very low one, a very general one, and you will also be out of any title races you have been going for. Third is adapting strategies. You have to adapt a strategy. For example, I woke up, now I'm thinking, what will I do? I i am with my book. I started reading. After that I went on a 2 hour play break because I just wanted a break. No, you keep like this, if you don't have a strategy on how to go on, then you are not successful. You will not be successful. This is the bitter truth. And I have heard like, and you have to give your best. Let me tell you a bitter secret or a dark rule of universe. The universe is very giving. God is very giving. He gives it to the one who wants it the most. You have to adapt a strategy. And let me tell you, many of you have heard that, oh, you tried your best, then you failed, no problem, better luck next time. But the actual secret is, if you really try your best, not 90% best, not 50% best, not tried my best with like 10 hours of sleeping, if you actually try your best, you can't lose. If you if you were completely true to your thought and general, you can't lose. And that is the rule of the universe. And the fourth point is overcoming anxiety. You have to put down anxiety and depression to a place which you can never reach. Because if they start coming near you, then you will not feel it. But when you start feeling it, you can't go back. And by the time you come back of depression and anxiety, you are you can't even fathom how much backlog you got, how much behind you are than the supposed level you have to be. And if you did not realize, why is there like a big of gap between persistent and seeking help and all of these 3 points? The main thing is persistence. After you have conquered persistence, then the 3 points come. So persistence is like the base of these 3 points. So key takeaways and next steps. So we can see here, cultivate motivation. We have to get motivation. I am emphasizing on motivation because, let me tell you, you will be shocked to know that 80 to like 70 to 80% of the students don't have the motivation to do that. And this is going to help the student. Like, put it in your brain, directly put it in your brain. You must be motivated to do anything. If your goal can't be like, in a day you want to solve a Rubik's Cube and just fail. No, that's not motivation. That's not motivation. If you want to finish a topic and fail, that's a day wasted. So, but that's a failure for you. And on that failure, you have to build yourself. Okay, so today I failed this. Oh no, I should have done this, that. Remember this. Wake up tomorrow and say to yourself, I am not going to repeat the mistake I made yesterday and day before yesterday and ever again. And I'm going to start afresh. So we have to cultivate motivation. We have to foster a love for maths, physics, and for anything. like through real world relevance and a growth mindset. We must have a adult mindset. Like we can't be like seeing a topic and saying like a 5 year old, it's fun and getting into it. And then when the main part comes, it's hard and then getting out of it. No. I started it, I will finish it. Next, embrace patience. We must embrace patience. We have discussed on how important patience is. So we must build the patience. If we don't build patience, patience is directly proportional to persistence. Patience and persistence go hand in hand. So as we know, persistence is like the pillar of seeking help, overcoming anxiety, and the previous point. So patience is second pillar. First pillar is that, and second pillar is patience. So if we keep a consistent patience, that will help us to mastering concepts and even crack the hardest problems. Third is gain experience. So if you ask me or Pranjal that how can that I am weak in maths, I want to improve. How? Many say practice. But if you can't solve maths, then how will you practice? Like you can't even do a single step. So first start with looking at solutions, looking at how is this done, and then gain experience. Over time you will get experience, and with time the experience will help you to build an intuition. For example, if a maths comes like for example, in 5 minutes I have transported 5 cubes from place A to B. So for a kid who doesn't know maths will not know what to do, but the same kid within a few months or days will identify, oh, so the intuition is that 5 things are done within 5 days. So, okay, let me see how much is done in one day. And then you will understand like what to do. And then from there, this is a simple example so that many of you can understand. There are many calculus, then in electricity, magnetism, there are much more concepts which require a lot of experience. So next is seek support. So I and Pranjal, for example, we are students and we are in a coaching institute. So from here we will get support. If we want to do ourselves, we must need support because we are built with zero. We are at square one. And from, for example, one is at square 64. At least let me take three squares from here and let me go to square two. Let me go to square three. Let me like we have to get support. We have to take support. We have to get support from many people and like progress ourselves. So collaboration is one way to like seek support from your advanced friends, family, or co-workers. Then guidance is second one. If you are lacking guidance, then let me tell you, it is very easy to get derailed of your focus and not being successful. And these are adaptability. You must adapt to the situation. For example, you are studying for exam. The first level is easy, but then the second level comes absolutely J means like a level you can't even fathom. So like for that time you must adapt to the situation. Okay, so this is so hard. Then okay, then I will even work harder to adapt to the situation. So these are the ways to overcoming obstacles. Next slide, please.
Thank you everyone for listening to us for our motivation channel. Follow and subscribe, and thank you for Saprtsihi for your valuable time and support in, and thank you for joining me in my podcast.
Yes. Thank you to everyone, and we'll meet in the next one.